Okay, so tell me what your name is.
James. You know my name.
Well, can you say my name is James?
My name is James.
And where do you come from, James? Where were you raised, born and raised?
I was born in the Bahamas, Nassau, and that's where I grew up. Then I came to college in Florida in what, 66, 67, somewhere around.
Why did you come to Los Angeles?
Because I wanted to be me more than anything, you know. Also, if things didn't work out, I wanted something else to fall back on, you know, something I hadn't experienced before, something new. I'd never been to Los Angeles, heard about California, you know. So if nothing else worked out, I had a nice time in California or whatever, you know. I saw California, so I decided to come here.
What kind of work were you hoping to get?
Just something where I interacted with people. In the Bahamas, it's a tourist nation, you know. So we kind of used to that, being warm people. So I had the shoe salesman job. The guy thought I could be a good shoe salesman. And then after that, almost right after that, I found it easy to get. Oh, I worked at a hotel after the shoe salesman job, and I was a desk clerk there for a year or something like that. Then from there, I got a security guard job, and I've been a security guard since.
How many years is that total?
Over 17 years.
What? Why are you? Did you not save anything? Why are you here?
Well, I had some bad habits. Not a lot, but I had some bad habits, very, very bad habits. That I smoked crack. I smoked weed ever since college, you know, teenager. Because in being in a band, you know, you're exposed to it, and it's part of the band scene, music scene. But it's crack. I smoked crack. That was a whole different pony to ride. So I smoked crack for 17 years before I was able to quit.
How did that affect you?
I know a lot more about life than I did before. Because for me, life was kind of like a breeze, you know. You could do what you want to do if you just figure out how you want to do it, and you know, and go through the steps to do it. And I wasn't dreaming all that big right at the time. I was just trying to learn who I was. You know, that's what I was trying to do. Because I wanted to have truth. And when I talked to people, I wanted to have truth to say to them. So I wanted to know what the truth was. And that was the goal of my life. Really. I never really put in words like that. But simply put, that was the goal. I wanted, who am I? What is all this all about? The real deal, not all these philosophers and theories and philosophies and, you know, and theologies and all that. Who, what? What can I bank on? My existence, my, you know, what I know that I have. The few years I'm going to be, I know I have that, however long it's going to be. What am I going to, what is there for me to put 100% of that into what I am, into? I wanted to know. So I went on my own little golden fleece quest. Stupid stuff, silly stuff. All that romantic storybook stuff. I don't regret it. I still don't have any answers, but I don't regret it.
Why don't you regret it?
Because that was true to me.
How long have you been here in this spot? On the streets?
On the streets ever since I couldn't work anymore. That part too. I didn't tell you about that. I paid taxes. That first job I didn't pay taxes. For 3 weeks or so I didn't pay taxes. Well, I probably didn't have to anyway, but he paid me, just over, they say under the table, something like that. But other than that, all the security guard jobs, well, you have to go to Sacramento, get a guard card. I did all that, so I paid taxes. I had my security number, social security number, since college day, way back in '66. And when I went back to the Bahamas and all that, I kept the things, important things. I'm good at. I'm good at saving, really. You asked me something about money a little earlier too, huh? I'm pretty good at saving. I think, yeah, I'm pretty good at saving. But anyway, what was I talking? I was talking about.
So you paid all those taxes.
Oh yeah, and I can't get it now. I need it. I can't get it.
So Social Security taxes.
Yeah,
you paid.
yeah. And the money that I used the number, and when I paid it through my 281 number. That's it. That's the one I always had. No problem. And when the earthquake came, and my place was damaged, they gave us $2,500. The tax, no problem. So I'm cool. No problem. Take my money. I'm gonna benefit anyway. And then I get 65, whatever the age is, and I try to get it, and they said, "Oh, you have to resubmit your Social Security number." This was in '66. I didn't have to go through anything. I just had to go and to the office and apply. So how can I resubmit that? So that's it. That's dead. That's
Yeah.
dead. Yeah.
Would you ever think about trying to go back to the Bahamas?
Not broke. Not begging.
That makes sense.
If I had my Social Security and I had that coming in, I could.
Have you tried to talk to anybody about the Social Security? Have you tried to go to a mission or to anywhere that could advocate for you?
I talked to a whole number of people, maybe 5, 6, 7 people, chaplains at the mission, social workers, SRO people, lawyers, and they all tell me the same thing. They have about 3 different things to say, and it's all of them the same thing. A lot of things I thought about the world, I found out about when I came to LA. So that was one of the things I wanted to know too, because in the Bahamas, you read the books, and you imagine things, and it's colored with those fairy tales you read when you were a kid anyway. The whole world is, kind of like a fairy tale with some of the stuff that you read in the papers and stuff mixed and thrown into it. And your mind filters out the stuff that fits what you're thinking, your idea, stuff like that. So I had all this pleasant stuff going on, and here's the real deal. I wanted to understand people. I wanted to know people. I wanted to know who I was, who people are, what is this thing, And if I hadn't been exposed to this, I would have had a really lopsided picture of humanity, of being a human.
70.
Well, in February I'll be 70.
February. What does that make you? What's your sign?
Oh, Aquarius, water bearer, yeah. I soothe, and satisfy and quench and stuff, all that good stuff. Those sissies. That's what I used to think. How come you couldn't be like a lion, a Leo or something? Even a Scorpio, man, a what? Some buckets of what? But hey, I found out though. I didn't used to like my name at one time. James, that's it? What I want to tell you, Scott.
Yeah.
If it starts getting dark, don't hang around here.
I know. That's what they tell me. I try and slip out after sunset, but I just want to get in.
Right now, there's a lot of cars, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. Tell me, how do you deal with it after it gets dark?
I try to be here where, and that's what you notice. When it gets dark, I'm here already. Wherever I plan to sleep, I'm there already. Because I don't want to be walking around in that area by myself. When it gets dark and the street gets kind of deserted, not a lot of cars passing. I got not knocked out, but I got punched coming out of a store 8 o'clock Sunday morning right there on across from the LA Mission, the store there, the Green Apple,
8 o'clock Sunday morning.
8 o'clock Sunday morning.
Wow.
But it's a slow, traffic slow, you
Yeah.
know. I didn't think of that. I try to avoid, times like that. But I didn't think right there. I lived there. That's the way my hangout. People see my face, so I'm thinking, but I went into the store looking for orange juice. I was catching a cold. And I don't have a lot of money, so I was looking for the 60-cent bottle, the Sunny D, for 60 cents. Because that's all I could afford. And I was in there. A guy told me that's where he bought it. He bought one for me once. He said that's where he bought it. And I was looking. They have a big old cooler. The whole back wall is a cooler full of drinks. So I'm looking, and I couldn't find it. I must have missed it. I'm looking. And these guys outside must have thought he's an old man. He's cashing money, to the ATM. Or I don't know. They must have thought I had money. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I came outside, stepped outside, and I stepped to the light waiting to cross the street. Right, and the light is right in front of the door of the store. And when the light changed, I stepped onto the street, off the curb. As soon as I did that, bam, somebody hit me. And the plan was they were going to knock me out and rob me.
Yeah.
For what? All I had was 60 cents.
What did they end up doing?
I didn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, the closest one I can get, I'm going to try to put him out, and I'll only have two I have to deal with. But if I get one blow in, that first person who I get, I'm going to try to put him out. So I had it when I got up, and something told me you have to get up fast. Because when I hit like that, right, as soon as I hit, and I knew get up, because they're going to be kicking up.
Yeah.
So I took my foot, and I brought my foot all the way up to my arm so I could get up in one movement. Just get up like that. So I brought my knee, and I thought, but then all that was going through my mind. I thought, but if they're kicking by your nuts, your nuts exposed. I thought, but I got to take that chance. I got to get up. And I got up. I had my cane. I still had my cane, and I still had my 60 cents in my hand.
In your hand.
The 2 quarters, the nickel, and the 5 pennies.
Yeah.
Still had it in my hand. And I grabbed my cane, and I was getting ready to first. I thought it would be. I looked, but there was nobody. The guy who hit me was almost on the other side of the street by the other corner.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's a relief. I don't have to fight. So I walked over by myself to catch myself, where I thought I felt a little bit safer. And then when I got over, then all what I went through hit me, and I started trembling and sweating, and and feeling nervous and everything. And I thought, oh man, what's going on? Life is strange. And sometimes you think, I didn't ask to be born. And I'm glad nobody listened. I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad I got to meet you, James.
Scott. I'm glad you met Scott.